Hey my gorgeous Scorpios, I hope that I've set up the microphone properly. Gemini reading the other day, I was shouting at her, I had the echo on. So yeah, and I didn't know how to edit it, re-edit it and change it, so all Gemini's got shouted at. I'm a Gemini, so what's new? So yeah, as you all know, I have had some personal stuff going on, especially with my health. That seems to be sorted now, touch wood. And we've had some karmic stuff coming back from the past 31 years, in fact, which should lead to me actually getting some justice and karma myself. So let's just touch wood again, that one works out properly. So that'll be quite good. So if you are on my Patreon, I do apologise that I've not been around. I am doing longer readings on Patreon, so these are not extended. What I'm doing on my Patreon page is I'm going to be doing a long-ass reading, grab a blanket, grab a brew, and it's going to be an overall of 2024, what's been going on, why it's been going on, what's accumulating from that, and from now until the end of this year, what is going on, where are we going, what are we planting for towards next year. You get my drift. So just sit back, get a blanket. We'll need it. You know, September and I've got meeting on. It's not normal. So I have got some new cards while I will pull in. I've only just started to open them, so I am going to use one deck now. I'm going to get you an animal. We have the buffalo. Everyone keeps getting different ones. I love it. We've got abundance with the buffalo. So we've got abundance and liberation are finally on its way. It comes to you now to remind you of the amazing manifesting power of gratitude. You will always have plenty when you express gratitude to every part of creation. It's basically, abundance is not just finances. Abundance is life itself and having enough of, having more than enough of what you need in life, whether it be your health, your finances, love, love of life, nature, it's feeling abundant. So I love that energy. So you are the buffalo this week. So I'm using my empowerment deck, Scorpio. So we're going to go into the empowerment deck and I want the main energy. So there is a need for balance in life. And it's almost like, what are you holding on to? What are you clinging on to from the past that needs to go? Because we want to be able to live like this. You may have Libra in your chart. We are coming up towards Libra season on the 23rd. It's just the scales that are taking me towards Libra. You may have dealt with a Libra in the past. But this is about, what do you need to stop clinging on to in order to move forward in life and create that abundant life that you're striving towards. So what's challenging or crossing my Scorpios? What's challenging or crossing my Scorpios? I apologise if I look angry. I had a couple of people say it over there on YouTube that my energy just feels angry. I am feeling a bit angry at the minute. The challenge is to accept that you are divinely protected. It's sometimes we can feel like we're going through this life alone, especially if we don't have really close people, close family, that type of thing. And we have to trust that the universe is protecting us in a way. But in order for the universe, in order for your spirit guide to kind of intervene in certain things, we have to give permission as well. So I do feel like the challenge is to kind of allow the divine to kind of intervene, not interfere, intervene in certain aspects of your life. It's also to open yourself up to the divine and trust in the universe. Take the advice that the universe is giving you. Why is it coming around now for my Scorpios? Connection. There could be a certain connection that's been kind of overcasting certain things, but this is also the connection with yourself. And when we connect with ourselves, we have to take a strong look at what we need to let go of, what we need to grow from. It's like the school of life type energy. It's about, to me, this is about expansion of your own soul. This is you, this is connecting to your higher self, being seen and being heard, and having that warrior freedom spirit. That's what I like. It feels like, Scorpio, I don't know why. I felt like I were handcuffed to my desk then with my left hand. I don't know why I felt like I were handcuffed to my desk. Maybe there is a situation where you feel like you are like something's got a strong hold over you. Like you're kind of handcuffed to a certain situation. It could indeed be some kind of connection. See, in the recent past, we've got the Queen, and the Queen is like, you've been through a major cycle. You've got that experience. You've got that life experience. You know, the books of knowledge are short. The scales are balanced. Why are the scales unbalanced again? Because it feels like it's something to do with the same cycle. You know, the sword is up. You may have been dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We've got a lot of air energy in the Queen. But it's almost like, I feel like some of my Scorpios are sitting around and waiting for the next thing to happen rather than going and getting the next thing to happen, going and doing rather than waiting. Waiting is not going to get you anywhere. You know, you've got manifestational powers with the buffalo. Buffaloes charge when they need to, and sometimes we've got to go for what we really want. At present, we've got choices in direction. So maybe that's where I'm feeling this like kind of stuck, handcuffed energy. I want to move forward. I want my life to be bigger. I want to experience new things, but I have responsibilities, or I feel like I'm chained to this, or how is it going to affect this person, or how is it going to affect that scenario? You know, that type of thing. And they're trying to say you've got to do what's best for you, Scorpio. It's your connection to yourself that is screaming out. You know, what is going to make you happy? You have got new opportunities, new directions. This could be in career, it could be in love life, you know, but it's like when the buffalo stampedes, you know, it's a very peaceful animal, the buffalo, but you know the damage that they can do if they, you know, if they get scared or if they, you know. And I don't want you to run away from your manifestations. It causes a stampede. It causes chaos in your life. And we don't want that. We don't want a buffalo stampede. You've got new choices in direction opening up right now, but it's almost like you are making excuses to not go for something. It's like no more excuses, Scorpio. Go get what you want. Going forward, we've got the peace and contentment card. So it could be like, do I need to move? Do I want to move? Do I want to buy a home? Do I want to move in with my partner? You know, or I want this content and peaceful family life, you know, that I'm striving towards. You know, it's just like you want everybody to live in peace, you know. But the connection to yourself is like holding you back in some way. What is holding you back? Your power is Lilith. Well, we all know. I love Lilith. I love her. Please don't diss Lilith on my channel. We do the block. We don't accept negativity. Lilith, the divine feminine. And whether you're a masculine or a feminine watching this, we all have masculine and feminine energy. And Lilith is that transitional energy. She is that energy that she's not scared to go it alone. She carries the serpent in order to like kind of, the serpent, it sheds, it, you know, and I keep saying, when a serpent is going through a shedding, they actually go blind, the skin covers their eyes, and they can't weigh up their environment. It feels like they've got to watch the back. They're on very high alert when they're in shed mode. That's usually why they'll bury themselves. They'll try and stay in corners. You know, sometimes it feels like your back's to a corner. But what's happening with that is, as you start that shedding process and that skin starts to come down, we start to shed that skin, a snake starts to look bigger and more vibrant. You know, it's free, its eyes are wide open. And Lilith is like that. She's like, see the truth of this situation. She is not a sheep. She does not follow. You know, she was exiled, she was demonized for saying no. And I kind of want to say, do not be scared of speaking your truth and going after what you want. You know, take on board that Lilith energy. You know, she's not scared of fighting the battle on her own. The outside influence to that is Elijah. Well, you've got both my male and female. You've got both my guards now, apart from Miriam. I don't have Miriam in these cards. But Elijah is that inner voice of logic. So Lilith can give us that fiery energy in order for us to get something done, which is very masculine in a sense, but it's not, it's dark feminine. And then we have Elijah that's like pecking at the head with these logic things, like trying to make logical decisions. But this is coming from spirit, and spirit are saying, you know, like, think logically. What, you're here for a short time. We have birth and we have death, and then we have transition. And it's like, what do you want to do in that period? Do you want to sit alone? Do you want to sit like concentrating on, like, just, well, not concentrating on, but just kind of going over your opportunities and over your options rather than grabbing them by the balls? You know, because in Spirit's hopes and fears for you, it's like you take that leap of faith, you do something, you step out your comfort zone, you go and kick those new doors open, you go and drop kick them doors open. You know, the universe is a bigger place than this little world that we create when we're in our own bubble. Your outcome is healing hands. It's a healing. There's a healing going on. You may have healing hands. You may be going towards healing hands, like Reiki, massage, you know, that type of energy. Someone who has that healing ability. You may carry that healing ability. I do want to get one more on that. But I feel like Spirit are trying to give you some kind of healing in order for you to let go. Yeah, we've got Call of the Wild. It's about being untamed, and it's about nurturing and like kind of getting into that frequency with your animal guards. And your animal guard at the moment is buffalo. It's abundance. It's having enough of everything. You know, buffaloes aren't on their own. Do you know what I mean? They have a pack or whatever they call it. You know, that's why they call it stampede when it's, they look after it. They're together. And this Call of the Wild, it's almost like you have got a lot of protection. You know, we've got the dream catcher there. There could be some funky dreams coming in. But I feel like it's a sense of healing. Look out for animals popping up in your dreams as well. But there is a need to get more like untamed in your environment, especially with what you're locked towards. So it could be work. It could be your daily routine feels like a handcuff. And it's time to pick the lock. It's time to pick the lock, Scorpio, because your soul is just desperate to be free. And I feel like you've got to unpick some locks. So I hope that helps, and I'll be back soon. Bye.